We believe in service. That means providing no-limits internet to more than 20 counties in Northwest Iowa. For more than 30 years, EverTech employees and their families live in the communities we serve. We're your neighbors and friends. And EverTech has been there when others haven't. And we continue to invest, build, and upgrade our network. We understand that rural Iowans deserve great internet too. It's who we are. EverTech is internet made easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and best of all, no limits. EverTech.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies ask, what's your salary? At Northwestern Mutual, we ask, what's your story? We know building the right financial plan means looking at more than money. That's why we start by asking the right questions, listening to what matters most to you, then guiding you every step of the way to help you live the life you want now and years from now. Plan your financial story with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Rick Diener today. Visit rickdiener.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
How it feels to bank with Prime Bank. This is how it feels to bank with other banks.
Yeah.
Prime Bank, other banks.
Woo.
See the difference? Prime Bank gives you genuine confidence with You Pick Checking, where you choose your reward, points, interest, or cash back. And Prime Bank's mobile banking lets you check balances, deposit checks, and use all the popular payment services. So now is a good time to bank with confidence. At Prime Bank, earn more your way. Member FDIC.
Your local Polaris expert is Taggart's Power Sports in Hinton. New, pre-owned, and accessories. And you can shop conveniently online too at TaggartPowersports.com. Taggart's Power Sports offers a full line of Polaris Ranger UTVs, Polaris ATVs, the all-new Sportsman's Ace, Polaris snowmobiles. Whatever comes your way, whether it's wind, rain, snow, or mud, make sure you're prepared. Polaris ATVs and Rangers from Polaris. Find them today at Taggart's Power Sports, Hinton.
Fuller Digital Solutions is proud to provide this video streaming coverage, and we hope you are enjoying the broadcast. Chances are, many others are enjoying it right along with you. If you have a business, you could be delivering your message just like I am to you this very minute. Please contact us for sponsorship opportunities by emailing fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com. Again, that's fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com. Thank you for joining our broadcast.
Your local Polaris expert is Taggart's Power Sports in Hinton. New, pre-owned, and accessories. And you can shop conveniently online too at TaggartPowersports.com. Taggart's Power Sports offers a full line of Polaris Ranger UTVs, Polaris ATVs, the all-new Sportsman's Ace, Polaris snowmobiles. Whatever comes your way, whether it's wind, rain, snow, or mud, make sure you're prepared. Polaris ATVs and Rangers from Polaris. Find them today at Taggart's Power Sports, Hinton.
Fuller Digital Solutions is proud to provide this video streaming coverage, and we hope you are enjoying the broadcast. Chances are, many others are enjoying it right along with you. If you have a business, you could be delivering your message just like I am to you this very minute. Please contact us for sponsorship opportunities by emailing fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com. Again, that's fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com. Thank you for joining our broadcast.
And welcome to Hinton, Iowa, tonight's final home season game of the year in the regular season. The Blackhawks are going to be hosting the Gehlen Catholic Jays. Tonight's a Warrior Conference matchup. The Gehlen Jays come in at 14-9 overall, but 5-3 in the Warrior Conference. The Blackhawks come in at 12-10 overall, but 7-2 in the Warrior Conference. So the Blackhawks win tonight with a secure second-place finish in the Warrior Conference. A loss tonight would create a possible tie for third or second, depending on what happens with the other games tonight around the league. But the Blackhawks control their own destiny. A win tonight in Morgul play would give them second place in the conference. More importantly, both teams are finishing up their regular season, getting ready to playoffs. Playoff pairings are already out, and we'll talk about those as the night goes along. We'll be right back with the starting lineups after this message. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawks softball.
Your local Polaris expert is Taggart's Power Sports in Hinton. New, pre-owned, and accessories. And you can shop conveniently online too at TaggartPowersports.com. Taggart's Power Sports offers a full line of Polaris Ranger UTVs, Polaris ATVs, the all-new Sportsman's Ace, Polaris snowmobiles. Whatever comes your way, whether it's wind, rain, snow, or mud, make sure you're prepared. Polaris ATVs and Rangers from Polaris. Find them today at Taggart's Power Sports, Hinton.
And welcome back to Hinton, Iowa. We're getting ready for the start of varsity softball action here tonight. The regular season's finale at home for the Blackhawks. They're still going to be on the road 2 more nights, tomorrow night at Sheldon. And Friday night we'll have coverage for you right here from Whole Western Christian. But the regular season winding down, again, the Jays coming at 14-9, but 5-3 in the War Eagle. Blackhawks coming at 12-10 and 7-2 in World Conference. So an important World Conference matchup tonight for standings purposes. For the Gehlen Jays, they're going to line up like this tonight for Coach Tony Gunther. Leading off will be number 6, Tiffany Waterhoff, the senior left center fielder, coming in batting .403. Batting second will be number 2, Alyssa Kolbeck, the junior left fielder, coming batting .324. Batting third for the Jays, and that'll be number 1, Emily Kellen, the senior, will be doing the pitching tonight. She comes in batting .441. Batting cleanup tonight will be number 21, Nevaeh Hodson. Then freshman third baseman comes in batting .273. Batting fifth will be number 15, Larissa Poland. The freshman shortstop comes in batting .244. Batting sixth will be number 4, Kenzie Alish. The sophomore second base comes in batting .293. Batting seventh tonight will be number 9, Jaden Bartle. The sophomore catcher comes in batting .281. Batting eighth tonight will be number 13, Corey Yaki, the sophomore playing first base tonight, batting .167. And rounding out the lineup for the Jays tonight, the number 9 batter, number 7, Lillian Harpenow, the senior right fielder, comes in batting .182. The Jays as a team are batting .272. On the mound tonight for the Jays is going to be Emily Kellen, the senior pitcher. Comes in a 2-2 record, 19.1 innings pitched, a batting average against of .167, 22 strikeouts, 16 walks, and an ERA of 3.62. The Jays will be without services of their main pitcher tonight. Junior Riley Sneff is going through some injury issues, so they do not have her in the lineup tonight. For the Blackhawks, Coach Jennifer Jacobs' list lineup looks like this, coming in at 12-10, 7-2 in the War Eagle. Number 18, Emily Small, leads off. The junior's going to be doing pitching tonight, comes in batting .227. Batting second will be number 10, Claire Kasperbauer, the senior center fielder, comes in batting .275. The third batter will be number 9, Bella Badar, the junior shortstop, comes in batting .290. Cleanup hitter will be number 22, Jaden Case, the junior designated player tonight, batting .409. Batting fifth will be number 23, Madison Gooseman, the junior playing first base, batting .275. Batting sixth will be number 14, Aubrey Lake, the sophomore third baseman, batting .269. Batting seventh tonight will be number 15, Sarah Shonrock, the junior right fielder, batting .367. Batting eighth tonight will be number 11, Sydney George, the senior left fielder, batting .309. Batting ninth tonight will be number 4, Kiana Kunkel, the junior catcher, comes in batting .255. In the flex position tonight, number 2, Kennedy Spees, the junior second baseman. Team for the Blackhawks coming in batting .287 as a team. On the mound tonight, Emily Small is going to be pitching. It will not be your regular pitcher, Jaden Case, as she's also dealing with a few injuries and just getting ready for postseason. So Emily comes up with 25.1 innings pitched, a batting average against of 298, ERA of 5.25 with 26 strikeouts and 7 base on balls. So that's your matchup tonight. Not your usual matchup of Schneff versus Case on the mound, but it should still be a good one, as I think we'll have a good matchup here tonight from Hinton. We'll be right back after this message. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawks softball.
We believe in service. That means providing no-limits internet to more than 20 counties in Northwest Iowa. For more than 30 years, EverTech employees and their families live in the communities we serve. We're your neighbors and friends. And EverTech has been there when others haven't. And we continue to invest, build, and upgrade our network. We understand that rural Iowans deserve great internet too. It's who we are. EverTech is internet made easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and best of all, no limits. EverTech.
This is how it feels to bank with Prime Bank. This is how it feels to bank with other banks. Prime Bank, other banks.
Ooh.
See the difference? Prime Bank gives you genuine confidence with YouPick Checking, where you choose your reward, points, interest, or cash back. And Prime Bank's mobile banking lets you check balances, deposit checks, and use all the popular payment services. So now is a good time to bank with confidence. At Prime Bank, earn more your way. Member FDIC.
And welcome back to Hinton, Iowa, where you're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawks softball. Tonight, the Blackhawks are taking on the Gehlen Catholic Jays in an important Wargo Conference matchup for both teams. The Blackhawks coming at 7-2 in conference play. The Jays 5-3. So the Blackhawks can secure second place all alone if they can win the guys' game. If they lose, they could create a 2 or 3-way tie for second or third. We'll have to see how things shake out in other games. But Blackhawks control their own destiny. Both teams getting ready for postseason action. The Blackhawks will open up next Wednesday, 1 week from tonight, at home against East Sac in the 2A regional playoffs. That'll be round number 2, as both teams, East Sac and Hinton, received a first-round bye, or they don't have a play-in game. However you want to look at that, they'll open up next Wednesday, where some teams open on Tuesday night. We're ready to go underway here. Everybody's warmed up and ready to go, and Emily Small is ready to go for the Blackhawks. Leading off to be Tiffany Warderhoff, number 6, the senior center fielder, batting .403. Warderhoff, Kolbach, and Gehlen start things off for the Jays. First pitch on the way from Small to Warderhoff. Warderhoff comes in batting .403. That's going to be a ball, taken low. So Small behind, 1 ball, no strikes. 1-0 pitch on the way. Going to be fouled off left side. Even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. So the 1-1 pitch from Small to Tiffany Warderhoff is on the way. That's going to be up high, ball 2. Blackhawks play Warderhoff as a slapper. Pitch from Small is going to be grounded left side off Arbor Lake's glove, and that'll be an infield single for Gehlen. So they got their leadoff runner on at first base with nobody out. And that'll bring up number 2, Alyssa Kolbach, the junior left fielder, comes in batting .324. Gehlen generally plays a lot of small ball, so I would expect a bunt. We'll see what they do here. Small's pitch to Kolbach. Squares the bunt. She takes a strike. And Warderhoff's going to steal second on the pitch, so it'll be 0-1 count on the batter, but Warderhoff moves up to second. So now Jays have the runner at second, nobody out. 0-1 count on Alyssa Kolbach, the junior left fielder. I would expect her to square and bunt again. She does not. She's swinging. She pops it up. Catcher Kay Kunkel calls for it and makes the play. So they go away from small ball there, and it may end up costing them. We'll see. So with 1 out now, the runner at second is going to be Tiffany Warderhoff. And the batter at the plate is going to be number 1, Emily Gehlen, the senior. Comes in batting .441. Pitch from Small on the way to Gehlen. It's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch from Small to Gehlen. Be a little bit outside, ball 1. One count. Pitch on the way. Swung and fouled straight back. Be strike 2. So Small finds herself up 1 ball, 2 strikes on the number 3 batter for the Jays. On deck is Nevaeh Hodson, freshman. 1-2 pitch to Gehlen. Be fouled again, straight back. Stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch on the way again. 1-2 pitch on the way again from Small. It's going to be fouled off right side. And the count's going to stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Emily Gehlen battling Small here early in the first inning here. Fouled off 3 or 4 pitches so far. Again, the 1-2 pitch is going to be on the way from Small to Gehlen. Be further outside, ball 2. Small's pitch, 2-2 pitch is going to be driven to center. Claire Kaspenbauer, the senior center fielder, calls for it, makes the catch. And Waterkamp is unable to tag and move up, so it'll be 2 outs, runner at second. With that fly out to the center field, that'll bring up Nevaeh Hodson, the freshman third baseman, comes in batting .273. Small's first pitch to Hodson on the way. Be a ground ball left side. Bella Badar dives for it, unable to make a play. She does make a great stop, and that'll keep the runner from scoring. And the Jays will have runners at first and third with 2 outs. So a couple of infield singles here of the Jays runners at first and third with Larissa Poland, the freshman shortstop, coming up to bat. She's batting .244 on the year so far. First pitch from Small is on the way. It's going to be called strike, outside corner. Oh, 1 pitch on the way from Small to Poland, just outside. So the 1-1 pitch on the way from Small to Poland, that's going to be outside, ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strikes to count. Small's got the sign. The 2-1 delivery on the way. It's going to be a ground ball up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. That'll score 1 Jays run, and it'll put runners at first and second with 2 outs. As Tiffany Waterkamp scores on the single by Larissa Poland. So with 2 outs, runners at first and second, that's going to bring up Kenzie Alish, sophomore second baseman, comes in batting .293. She's going to slap style foul it out of play. So the 0-1 pitch from Small to Alish. Going to be fouled left side for strike 2. The 0-2 pitch from Small to Alish is on the way. That's going to be a called strike 3. Ball's dropped, but they throw on to first base and complete the play. And that'll do it for the Gehlen Jays in the top of the first inning. They get 2 hits, 1 run. They leave a pair, and at the end of a half inning, the Gehlen leads 1-0. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawks softball. We'll be right back after this message from one of our sponsors.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies ask, what's your salary? At Northwestern Mutual, we ask, what's your story? We know building the right financial plan means looking at more than money. That's why we start by asking the right questions, listening to what matters most to you, then guiding you every step of the way to help you live the life you want now and years from now. Plan your financial story with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Rick Diener today. Visit rickdiener.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
And welcome back to Hinton as you're watching Full Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton varsity softball action tonight, taking on the Gehlen Jays. Gehlen gets 1 run on 2 hits in the top of the first inning, so we're headed to the bottom of the inning. It's going to be Emily Small, Claire Kaspbauer, and Bella Badar for the Blackhawks. If anybody gets on, Jaden Case would bat. So Emily Small, the junior doing the pitching tonight, is going to lead us off. Comes in batting .227 for the Blackhawks. She'll be facing Emily Kellen. The senior pitcher comes in with a 3.62 ERA. Kellen's pitch on the way to Small. Be a called strike. As I mentioned before, normally when these two teams do battle, you have the junior Case versus the junior Schemp, but both are not in the lineup tonight on the pitching mound at least. So getting ready for postseason action. And Small fouls the second pitch back from Kellen, and that's going to make it an 0-2 count. So you'd like to think there might be a few more runs scored tonight, but you never know in the game of softball. Last year, these two teams matched up for a 1-0 game up in Lamar's about this time last year, and earlier this season they met and it was 4-1, I believe, in favor of Gehlen. So teams usually play pretty close games. The 1-2 pitch on the way from Kellen to Small. It's going to be in the dirt, ball 2. One thing to watch for from Kellen tonight, she has 22 strikeouts and 16 walks in 19 innings. So a lot of strikeouts, a lot of walks for 19 innings. So may allow a few base runners on. Blackhawks try to take advantage of that. That's going to be a swing and a miss from Small. And that'll be strikeout number 1 for Kellen on the evening and out number 1 for the Blackhawks. That's going to bring up one of our 2 seniors in the lineup tonight. It is senior night. Number 10, Claire Kaspbauer. Senior center fielder comes in batting .275. Claire Kaspbauer and Sydney George are the 2 seniors on the Blackhawks softball program. They were honored before tonight's game, along with some youth teams from the area. First pitch is going to be swung on a missed from Kellen to Kaspbauer. So Kaspbauer finds herself down, no balls, 1 strike. That pitch is going to find the outside corner, and it'll be no balls, 2 strikes on Kaspbauer. Kellen's 0-2 pitch to Kaspbauer on the way. It's going to be fouled straight back. Counter remain, no balls, 2 strikes. Kellen has a sign. The 0-2 pitch is on the way to Kaspbauer. Made a change up outside. Catcher tries to bring it back in, but it was quite a ways outside. Gehlen crowd boos, but the catcher did a good job of trying to bring it back in, but did not fool anybody. 1-2 pitch on the way. It's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. And Kellen starts out the evening with a couple strikeouts. And the Blackhawks have nobody on, 2 outs. The batter's going to be number 9, Bella Badar. The junior shortstop comes in batting .290. On deck will be Jaden Case. Kellen's first pitch to Badar is on the way. It'll be a changeup for a called strike, outside corner. So Kellen's working ahead of Blackhawk hitters so far. 0-1 pitch on the way to Badar. It's going to be a foul ball straight back. Got a piece of the umpire and the catcher. They both seem to be all right, but neither one's happy about that, I'm sure. So Badar digs back in, down no balls, 2 strikes. Kellen's 0-2 pitch on the way. It'll be fouled back. Badar stays alive. The count's no balls, 2 strikes. 0-2 pitch on the way to Badar. Changeup's going to be fly ball left side, caught by the third baseman, Nevaeh Hodson. And that's going to do it for the Blackhawks in the bottom of the first. So no hits, no runs, and nobody left on base. After one, it's 1-0 Jays. We'll be right back. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawks softball.
We believe in service. That means providing no limits internet to more than 20 counties in Northwest Iowa. For more than 30 years, EverTech employees and their families live in the communities we serve. We're your neighbors and friends. And EverTech has been there when others haven't. And we continue to invest, build, and upgrade our network. We understand that rural Iowans deserve great internet too. It's who we are. EverTech is internet made easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and best of all, no limits. EverTech.
Hey, welcome back to Hinton, Iowa. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawk varsity softball. I'm Trevor Case doing your announcing tonight. This is the regular season finale for the Blackhawks at home. They'll be on the road at Sheldon tomorrow night, and we'll have it right here for you coverage Friday night from Hall as the Blackhawks travel and take on Hull Western Christian Friday night in the regular season finale. Before they come home again to host first round of regional action, Class 2A, the Blackhawks will be hosting East Sac County. So be sure to tune in Friday night. No streaming or coverage tomorrow night in Sheldon. We had a conflict. We couldn't cover that game for you, but we'll be back Friday night from Hull, and then Blackhawks will take the tournament trail after that. Leading off to be Jaden Bartle for the Gehlen Jays. She's going to take an outside ball one. Bartle, the sophomore catcher, comes in batting .281. So Small's 1-0 pitch on the way to Bartle. Going to be down low, ball two. So Bartle finds herself ahead, 2 balls, no strikes. Small's 2-0 delivery on the way. Going to be called strike. Both pitchers working the outside a lot tonight and fairly successfully so far. The Jays were able to get a couple hits and 1 run in the first inning. It's going to be ball 3 down low. And Bartle's got herself ahead, 3 balls, 1 strike. 3-1 pitch from Small is on the way. That's going to be ball 4 down low. And second inning in a row, the Jays are going to have their leadoff batter on. This part of the order, I would definitely expect small ball, as number 13, Corey Yaki, the sophomore first baseman, comes up batting .167. We're going to have a runner at first base for Jaden Bartle. The catcher, it'll be a courtesy runner. That's going to be number 10, Bryn Wendt, sophomore. Will do the running. And I'll bring up Corey Yaki, the sophomore first baseman, batting .167. I would be shocked if there's anything but a bunt coming up here, but we'll see. Maybe it was a straight steal first. Small's pitch is on the way. Runner does take off. The throw gets into center field, but it's backed up by Claire Kasperbauer to prevent anybody moving on any further. That was a called strike, so Small finds herself up 0-1. Attempted bunt by Yaki is going to be fouled straight back. That'll be strike 2. So now Jaden Bartle at second base, nobody out, but an 0-2 count on Corey Yaki. In the first matchup, the Jays were not afraid to bunt with 2 strikes. We'll see if that happens now or if they let her swing away. Small's 0-2 pitch on the way to Yaki. Be a swing and a miss, strikeout. That'll be out number 1, and Small's first strikeout of the evening. Second strikeout of the evening, sorry. And that's going to bring up number 9 batter, number 7, Lillian Harpenaugh, the senior right fielder, comes in batting .182. With Bartle's Wendt running for Bartle at second base. First pitch from Small is going to be a little bit low. So the 1-0 delivery from Small to Harpenaugh. Going to be a ground ball back up the middle for a base hit, and that's going to score Wendt. And on the throw, the runner's going to move up to second. So the Jays take a 2-0 lead with 1 out here in the top of the second inning. And that'll bring us back to the top of the order. That'll be Tiffany Waterhoff, the senior center fielder. Singled her first time up. She's 1 for 1 this evening. Umpire's got to clean off home plate as we had to play at home, and the slide dirtied everything up. He's got that cleaned up. We're ready to go. So Jays still have a runner at second now after the single by Harpinaugh. Moved up on the throw home from Castlerbauer to home plate. Smalls pitch on the way. Gonna be a called strike to Tiffany Waterhoff. Fairly young teams here. Jays only have 3 seniors in the lineup. And that's going to be slapped over the top of Badar's head at shortstop. And that'll be another single for Wardenkamp. And the Jays have runners at first and third with 1 out. That'll make Tiffany Waterhoff for 2 for 2 tonight. That'll bring up number 2, Alyssa Colbeck. The junior flew out to the catcher her first time up to bat. So there was some mix-up with something here. We're getting ready to head back under. They had the Jays put in a pinch runner. I can't see a number on the pinch runner, but somebody is at third for the Jays. It wasn't the batter. It was not Lillian Harpinaugh. Someone is running for her, but I cannot see the number. I apologize for that. Smalls pitch on the way to Colbeck. Be outside, ball 2. Ball 1. Sorry, that was the first pitch from Small to Colbeck. So 1-0 count on the pitch. Waterkamp's going to move up to second base, Waterhoff. Now we've got a low pitch from Small that doesn't really get away very far, and the runner tries to come home but retreats back. So runner will still be at second and third, but that'll be ball 2. Now the umpires are checking on something. I think they're checking to see if she swung, and they say no. So it's a 2-0 count on the batter, Alyssa Colbeck. With runners for the Jays at second and third, 1 out, top of the second, already leading 2-0. Smalls pitch on the way, Colbeck. Colbeck squares the bunt and bunts it foul. So Colbeck's still up in the count, 2 balls, 1 strike. Smalls ready for the 2-1 delivery. Colbeck squares the bunt again, pulls back. It'll be ball 3. That makes a 3-1 count. Smalls 3-1 pitch on the way to Colbeck, called strike. Bring the count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. So 3-2 pitch from Small to Alyssa Colbeck is on the way. That's going to be a fly ball left side. Shortstop Bella Badar calls for it, makes the play, and runners will not be able to advance. So Colbeck flies out to shortstop, and she's 0 for 2 this evening, and that's going to bring up number 1, Emily Gehlen, the senior pitcher. Flew out to center field her first time up to bat. Now the Jays have runners second and third, but 2 outs. Emily Small got the sign. Her pitch on the way to Gehlen is going to be high, ball 1. Small's 1-0 pitch to Gehlen. Going to be a ground ball foul. The left side. Blackhawk outfielder will chase it down there and get the ball back into the infield. Count will even at 1 ball, 1 strike. On the senior pitcher from Gehlen, Emily Gehlen. officially 0 for 1 this evening. 1-1 pitch on the way. It's going to be a swing and a miss. Strike 2. So Emily Small ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch is on the way to Gehlen. That's going to be fly ball foul back out of play. So the count will stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. With 2 outs here in top of the second inning. Jays have runners at second and third. 1-2 pitch from Small to Gehlen, just outside, ball 2. Two-two pitch on the way from Small to Gehlen's going to be a swing and a miss. And Emily Small is able to wiggle out of that jam. So the Jays get 1 more run on 1 hit and a walk. And at the end of 1.5, it's 2-0 Jays. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawk softball. We'll be right back after a message from one of our sponsors.
Fuller Digital Solutions is proud to provide this video streaming coverage, and we hope you are enjoying the broadcast. Chances are, many others are enjoying it right along with you. If you have a business, you could be delivering your message just like I am to you this very minute. Please contact us for sponsorship opportunities by emailing fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com. Again, that's fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com. Thank you for joining our broadcast.
And welcome back to Hinton, Iowa. As you're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawks softball, Blackhawks down 2-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Batting for the Blackhawks will be Case, Gooseman, and Lake. So Jaden Case, the junior designated player tonight, comes in batting 409. She'll lead things off for the Blackhawks. Followed by Maddie Gooseman, Aubrey Lake, and anybody can reach base, Sarah Shanrock. So the pitcher's ready to go. Case is ready to go. The umpire's wrapping up some last-minute substitution issues or something like that. And we'll be ready to go. So Emily Gehlen struck out 2 out of 3 batters the first inning. Her first pitch on the way to Case. That's going to be driven right side, ground ball, up with it over to first base. 1 pitch, 1 out for the Blackhawks. And I'll bring up number 23, Madison Gooseman. Gehlen's pitch on the way to Gooseman. Change up high, ball 1. Gehlen's 1-0 pitch on the way to Gooseman. It's going to be a fly ball right side out of play. Even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Gooseman comes in batting 275, the junior playing first base tonight. Gehlen's 1-1 pitch on the way to Gooseman. Could be a foul ball straight back. I'll make it 1 ball, 2 strikes. Emily Gehlen's 1-2 pitch on the way to Madison Gooseman. A high, ball 2. Even the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's going to be a swing and a foul ball. Gooseman's able to stay alive with the foul tip. Just barely got a piece of it. Count will stay at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gehlen's 2-2 offering on the way. Upstairs, ball 3. Make it a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch from Gehlen to Gooseman. It's going to be in the dirt, ball 4. And the Blackhawks have their first runner this evening as Madison Gooseman draws a 1-out walk. So Gehlen facing Aubrey Lake now. That's ball 1 upstairs. The sophomore third baseman comes to bat in 269. One 0 pitch from Gehlen to Lake. Gonna be a called strike right at the knees. Blackhawks have 1 out. Runner at first is Madison Gooseman. She reached by walk. 1-1 count on Aubrey Lake. On deck is Sarah Shanerock. Gehlen's 1-1 pitch is on the way. It's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 2. One-two pitch on the way from Gehlen to Lake. It's going to be up high, but Lake chases after it. That'll be strikeout. And out number 2 for the Blackhawks. That'll be Gehlen's third strikeout this evening. I'll bring up number 15, Sarah Schoenrock, the junior right fielder, comes in batting 367. Madison Gooseman at first base with 2 outs now. Gehlen's pitch on the way to Schoenrock. Strike at the knees. Oh, 1 pitch from Gehlen to Shanerock. Be a little bit low, ball 1. The 1-1 pitch on the way from Gehlen to Shanerock. It's going to be a base hit left field. So Blackhawks have runners at first and second now with 2 outs. As Sarah Shanerock had a soft liner to left field for a base hit, single. That's the Blackhawks' first hit of the evening. And that'll bring up the other senior honored tonight for the game, Sydney George. The left fielder comes in batting 309. Pitch on the way from Gehlen to George. It's going to be in the dirt, ball 1. Runner's unable to advance. One 0 pitch from Gehlen to George. It's going to be swing and a miss, strike 1. One pitch on the way. The outside, ball 2. So Sydney finds herself ahead 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs, 2 runners on for the Blackhawks. 2-1 pitch on the way from Gehlen to George. That's to be even further outside, ball 3. Three-one pitch from Gehlen to George. Be a swing and a miss, strike 2. Oh, he make the count full at 3 balls, 2 strikes. 3-2 pitch from Emily Gehlen to Sydney George is on the way. That's going to be a ground ball. It's going to get past the first baseman and then off the second baseman's glove, so probably be an infield single. The Blackhawks are going to get a run, and they'll have runners at first and third with 2 outs as Sydney George gets an infield single and an RBI. That's going to bring up the catcher, number 4, Kiana Kunkel, the junior, comes in batting 255. She had a nice night last night. I think she had 3 hits at Storm Lake. So with runners at first and third and 2 outs, Kiana Kunkel up the bat on deck would be top of the order, Emily Small. First pitch is going to be a bit high from Gehlen. One 0 pitch on the way from Gehlen to Kunkel. That's going to be down in the dirt, ball 2. So 2-0 count here on Kiana Kunkel. Gehlen's offering on the way. That's going to be high, ball 3. So Gehlen finds herself behind the count. 3 balls, no strikes to Kiana Kunkel with runners at first and third, 2 outs. 3-0 pitch on the way is going to be a called strike. Now the 3-1 offering from Gehlen to Kunkel. That's going to be high, ball 4. That's going to load the bases. As Kiana Kunkel draws the walk. The bases loaded, it'll bring back atop the order number 18, Emily Small, the junior pitcher. Struck out her first time up tonight, 0 for 1. So one of the problems last night at Storm Lake for the Blackhawks was leaving runners on. I believe they left 10 runners on last night. They had plenty of hits. I think they had 12 or 13 hits last night. Plenty of base runners, but they weren't always able to cash in. They did get it 5 runs last night, but there was a lot more opportunities. So they'd love to take advantage of this right here and get at least a single and tie this up at least. As last night they had a little trouble getting runners in, they'd like to correct that. Gehlen's offering on the way to Small. It's going to be way low, ball 1. So Gehlen falling behind some batters here in the second inning and throwing a lot of pitches as she does it. Gehlen's 1-0 offering on the way to Small. Be a called strike. Even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Gehlen's offering to Emily Small. It's going to be low, ball 2. So Gehlen's 2-1 offering to Small. It's going to be right through there. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. And it'll even the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs and bases loaded here in the bottom of the second inning for the Blackhawks. 1 run in this inning. They'd love to add to it. 2-2 offering from Gehlen to Small. Going to be a called strike outside corner, and that's going to do it for the Blackhawks. But the Blackhawks get a couple of hits, and they pick up 1 run at the end of 2. It's Gehlen Jays 2, Blackhawks 1. We'll be right back after a message from our sponsor. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawks softball.
Your local Polaris expert is Taggart's Power Sports in Hinton. New, pre-owned, and accessories. And you can shop conveniently online too at TaggartPowersports.com. Taggart's Power Sports offers a full line of Polaris Ranger UTVs, Polaris ATVs, the all-new Sportsman's Ace, Polaris snowmobiles. Whatever comes your way, whether it's wind, rain, snow, or mud, make sure you're prepared. Polaris ATVs and Rangers from Polaris. Find them today at Taggart's Power Sports, Hinton.
And welcome back to Hinton, Iowa. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawk varsity softball. Blackhawks trail 2-1 after 2 innings. Blackhawks have 1 run on a couple of hits. The Jays have 2 runs on 3 hits. Of course, those are unofficial stats, but that's what I have. So we're about to get underway in the top of the 3rd inning here. Up to bat for the Jays is going to be Hodson, Poland, and Alish. So leading off being Nevaeh Hodson. The freshman third baseman had an infield single her first time up to bat. Reminder, if you'd like to be a part of this broadcast by sponsoring, you can email fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com. fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com. They'll be broadcasting events this fall and winter as well as we're wrapping up the summertime events. Small's first pitch on the way is going to be a low, ball 1. So it's probably a little late for summertime activities, but if you'd like to get on any postseason action, I'm sure they'd welcome that chance as well. So fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com to be a part of all future Hinton broadcasts. That 1-0 pitch is going to be a little high, and it'll be 2 balls, no strikes on the freshman third baseman. Small's 2-0 pitch, going to be a called strike right down Broadway. The 2-1 pitch on the way from Small to Hodson. It's going to be a ground ball left side. Aubrey Lake unable to come up with it. It's going to get away from her. That'll be an error. And for the third inning in a row, the Jays are going to have their leadoff batter on base. That's been the key to the game so far. The Jays keep getting their leadoff batter, and they keep scoring 1 run. So if you're a Jays fan, you want to see that continue. If you're a Blackhawk fan, you'd like to see that stop. Now we're going to have a bunt put down by Alyssa Kolbeck. She'll be thrown out at first base. That's going to move Hodson over to second base with the sacrifice bunt. And with 1 out, the Jays have a runner at second base. That'll bring up number 4, Kenzie Alish, sophomore second baseman. That was Larissa Poland that put the sac bunt down. So Alish takes strike 1. I think I inadvertently said Kolbeck. That was the wrong name. So Larissa Poland puts a sac bunt down and moves up Hodson to second base. So 1 out. Now we have Kenzie Alish with a 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch from Small is going to be a little bit outside, ball 1. Even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the third inning here with 1 out. Runner at second for the Jays. Small's 1-1 pitch on the way to Alish is going to be fouled straight back for strike 2. So now it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count on Kenzie Alish. Small's got the sign. The 1-2 delivery is on the way. That's going to be a called strike 3, and Emily Small strikes her out for out number 2 and strikeout number 4 on the evening. So with 2 outs now, a runner at second for the Jays. That's going to bring up to bat Jaden Bartle, sophomore catcher, walked first time up to bat. Small's first pitch on the way. It's going to be a ground ball left side. Bella Bayar's up with it across the diamond in time, and that'll do it. So the Jays pick up 1 runner on an error, but they're going to leave that runner, and no runs will be scored. So after 2.5, it remains Gehlen Catholic Jays 2, Hinton Blackhawks 1. We'll be right back after this message from one of our sponsors. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawks softball.
How it feels to bank with Prime Bank. This is how it feels to bank with other banks.
Yeah.
Prime Bank, other banks.
Woo.
See the difference? Prime Bank gives you genuine confidence with You-Pick Checking, where you choose your reward, points, interest, or cash back. And Prime Bank's mobile banking lets you check balances, deposit checks, and use all the popular payment services. So now is a good time to bank with confidence. At Prime Bank, earn more your way. Member FDIC.
So welcome back to Hinton, Iowa. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawks softball. Reminder, we'll be back on the air again Friday night as the Blackhawks travel to Hull, take on the Hull Western Christian Wolfpack in the final regular season game for the 2021 season. And then the Blackhawks will be at home next Wednesday taking on East Sac in the Class 2A first round regional game. Not sure if we're going to have coverage for that game yet or not. I've not heard yet if we have sponsorship. That's a little bit different process than regular season games. But we're ready to go here in the bottom of the third inning. Leading off for the Blackhawks will be number 10, Claire Kastbauer, officially 0 for 1 this evening with a strikeout, her first time up to bat. And Emily Kellen's first pitch on the way to Kastbauer. It's going to be called strike outside corner. So Kastbauer digs back in. The 0-1 pitch on the way from Kellen to Kastbauer. It's going to be fly ball back and out of play. So now Kastbauer down, no balls, 2 strikes. Kellen probably not going to offer anything too good. 0-2 pitch on the way. He's going to hit her. She might have done Claire a favor there. So Kastbauer reaches base by being hit by a pitch. So Blackhawks have a leadoff runner on. This is going to bring up Bella Badar. Flew out to third base her first time up to bat. On deck is Jaden Case. First pitch to Badar. Going to be a ground ball right side to the first baseman. picks up, steps on first base. That'll advance the runner Claire Kaspar to second now with 1 out. So now they'll bring up Jaden Case, ground out to second base, her first time up. The junior designated player, 0 for 1 this evening. Kellen's been hammering the outside corner. I would start to maybe look for that spot. Kellen's pitch. Case be called outside. Looked like it might have been a little further outside than strike zone, but it was called. I would start looking for that if I was the batters. That's where she's been going most of the evening. So the 0-1 pitch on the way to Case. Going to be called strike 2. Same spot. 0-2 pitch on the way from Emily Kellen to Jaden Case. Change up in the dirt, rolls. And it's a 1-2 count. One-two pitch on the way from Kellen to Case. Further outside, that's going to be ball 2. Kellen's really working that outside corner. And she's been getting a lot of calls out there, so I don't blame her. I'd keep going out there. The 2-2 pitch on the way from Kellen to Case. Going to be fouled back. And the count remained 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kellen's 2-2 pitch on the way. That's going to be driven right side. That's going to be in the gap. That's going to get down for a double. That'll bring home Claire Kasselbauer, and Jaden Case will be heading to third. And she's going to be in there safely. I paused for a moment because I wasn't sure if she's going to get there. I think the sled started moving the weight towards the front, and she slowed down a little bit, but she got there. So Jaden Case of the triple is going to drive in Claire Kasselbauer. That'll tie it up at 2 here in the bottom of the third inning with 1 out, and they'll have Jaden Case at third base. So now Madison Gooseman can find some grass. It should be a Blackhawk lead. 2-2 game. Jaden Case stands at third base with 1 out. The batter's Madison Gooseman. Walked her first time up. That's going to be taken high, ball 1. I just get a text from one of our viewers saying she's got dad's wheels, and that's not true. In my younger days, I could actually run for a big guy. Now I can't run for anybody, but back in my day. So Madison Gooseman had 2 balls, no strikes. Kellen's 2-0 pitch on the way to Gooseman. That's going to be fouled right side out of play. Strike 1. Maddie's still in control here with a 2-1 count. So 2-1 pitch from Kellen to Gooseman on the way. That's going to be a line drive, center field. It's going to be off the center fielder's glove. I'll give her a hit on that. I don't know what the book will do, but that's a hit in that was a hard hit ball. That's going to be run number 3 for the Blackhawks, and they'll have a runner at first with 1 out as Gooseman drives in Jaden Case to take the lead 3-2. That's going to bring up number 14, Aubrey Lake. Aubrey struck out her first time up the bat. Now we're going to have a pinch runner for Madison Gooseman. That'll be number 12, Kyra Shaw. As the Blackhawks looking to upgrade their speed at first base with 1 out here. So Kellen's first offering to Lake is on the way. Lake squares the bunt and fouls it back. Strike 1. So Kellen had no balls, 1 strike on the sophomore third baseman, Aubrey Lake. Shaw at first base, running for the Madison Gooseman, who just singled in a run, her last at bat. Another bent attempt by Lake is going to be fouled off. And Lake's going to find herself down, no balls, 2 strikes. with 1 out and a runner at first. So Gehlen's 0-2 offering on the way to Lake. It's going to be a little bit high, but Lake doesn't take any chances with it and fouls it out of the way to stay alive. So the 0-2 pitch will do it again. Gehlen's 0-2 offering on the way to Lake. That's going to be a changeup. Lake offers that way early, and it'll be out number 2. So now the Blackhawks have 2 outs. Runner at first is Kyra Shaw. That's going to bring up to bat Sarah Shanrock. Shanrock, the junior right fielder, singled her first time up to bat. Gehlen's offering on the way to Shanrock. It's going to be another changeup in the dirt, ball 1. Gehlen's changeup's not really a sharp changeup. It's kind of a slow floating changeup. So if you recognize you got plenty of time, but can be deceiving. That's going to be ball 2 down low. So 2 outs. Runner at first is Kyra Shaw running for Gooseman. 2-0 offering on the way from Gehlen to Shanrock. It's going to be a ground ball back to Gehlen. And she'll take care of it, and that'll do it for the Blackhawks. The Blackhawks get a couple of hits and pick up a couple of runs, and after 3 innings, they lead 3-2. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawk varsity softball. We'll be right back after a message from one of our sponsors.
We believe in service. That means providing no limits internet to more than 20 counties in Northwest Iowa. For more than 30 years, EverTech employees and their families live in the communities we serve. We're your neighbors and friends. And EverTech has been there when others haven't. And we continue to invest, build, and upgrade our network. We understand that rural Iowans deserve great internet too. It's who we are. EverTech is internet made easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and best of all, no limits. EverTech.
And welcome back to Hinton, Iowa. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawks softball. Last home game of the season for the Blackhawks, regular season that is. They'll return home next Wednesday, 1 week from tonight. In first round 2A playoff action, Blackhawks are hosting East Sac County. I'm not sure if we'll have coverage for that game or not. We'll let you know. But you can subscribe to this channel. If you're watching this game, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you'll get updates on all Hinton Blackhawk athletics and activities. So they broadcast some things like some band concerts, choir concerts, show choir, things of that nature. And, of course, all your basketball, wrestling, football, and volleyball action, as well as baseball and softball. So subscribe to this channel, and you'll be notified anytime Hinton goes live for any event. If you're interested, you can tune in. If you're not, you can ignore it, but at least you'll be notified. Leading off for the Jays is going to be Corey Yaki. Sophomore first baseman struck out her first time up to bat, and she takes strike 1. It'll be Yaki harping on then top of the order, Tiffany Waterhoff for the Jays in the top of the 4th inning. Small's 0-1 pitch is on the way. Going to be called strike 2 on the outside corner. Both pitchers really working the outside part of the plate. If I was batting, I would look to take it to the opposite field. You'd probably have a lot of success. 0-2 pitch on the way from Small is going to be a little further outside, ball 1. Small's 1-2 offering on the way. It's going to be a swing and a miss. Strikeout. That'll be strikeout number 4 for Small. Number 5. My bad. That's 5 strikeouts for Small. And the Jays have 1 out, nobody on, and that's going to bring up Lillian Harpinaugh, the senior right fielder. Singled her first time up. First pitch is going to be taken for a strike. Outside corner again. 0-1 offering on the way to Harpinaugh. It's going to be a ground ball back to Small. Small up with it across to Madison Gooseman. And that's out number 2 in the top of the 4th inning. That'll bring up Tiffany Waterhoff, 2 for 2 this evening. The speedster from the left side. Had an infield single and also drove one over the shortstop's head last time up. Lefty slapper with good speed. You have to field it cleanly or you will not get her at first base. Small's first offering on the way. It's going to be just a little bit outside, ball 1. Waterhoff came in batting .403, and she's 2 for 2 this evening, so she's raising that average a little bit. That's going to be a called strike outside corner. Even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, nobody on for the Jays here in the top of the 4th inning. Smalls, 1-1 pitch is on the way. That's going to be fouled left side. And Smalls ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kiana Kunkel, the Blackhawk catcher, runs over and gathers that ball up. She gathers her helmet. She's going to get dressed, and we'll be ready to go. So Smalls 1-2 offering on the way. Tiffany Waterhoff, the senior center fielder. That's going to be a ground ball to Bella Badar. Badar up with it across the diamond. A little bit low, unable to come up with it. I'm not sure if she would have beat her anyway. So that's going to be another, I'll call it, infield single for Tiffany Waterhoff, as she can fly down that line. So with 2 outs, now there'll be a runner at first for the Jays. Waterhoff with good speed. And the batter is going to be, for the Jays, is going to be number 10, Bryn Wendt. Bryn Wendt's going to bat. The sophomore is going to bat for Alyssa Kolbeck. So 2 outs, runner at first for the pinch hitter, Bryn Wendt, sophomore for the Jays. Batting for the number 2 batter, Alyssa Kolbeck. So coach for the Jays is going through some signs again, and here ready to go. Wentz in the batter's box. Smalls pitch on the way to Wentz. Wentz squares the bunt, takes a strike right on the pipe. Waterhoff steals second in the process, which is probably the whole plan. So 0-1 count from Small to Wentz, with now Tiffany Waterhoff at second base. 2 outs for the Jays. Small's 0-1 offering on the way. Way outside, ball 1. One pitch is going to be fouled straight back. That'll be strike number 2. And Smalls ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes on the pinch hitter, Bryn Wendt. Smalls 1-2 offering on the way to Wendt. That's going to be a ground ball left side. Bella Badar up with it across the diamond to Kennedy Spees in time, and that'll do it. So the Jays are able to get a base runner on 1 hit, but no runs. And as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning, the Blackhawks lead 3-2. You're watching Foley Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawks softball. We're right back after a message from one of our sponsors.
How it feels to bank with Prime Bank. This is how it feels to bank with other banks.
Yeah.
Prime Bank, other banks.
Woo.
See the difference? Prime Bank gives you genuine confidence with You-Pick Checking, where you choose your reward, points, interest, or cash back. And Prime Bank's mobile banking lets you check balances, deposit checks, and use all the popular payment services. So now is a good time to bank with confidence. At Prime Bank, earn more your way. Member FDIC.
And welcome back to Hinton, Iowa. You're watching Foley Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawks softball. Reminder to subscribe to this channel if you want to be notified every time the Blackhawks have any kind of event going on, whether it be athletics or academics or other things. You'll be notified when this channel goes live, and if you're interested, you can watch it. Just subscribe to this channel. That's how all sporting events and activities will be played from here on out. So leading off to the Blackhawks is going to be number 11, Cindy George, followed by Kiana Kunkel, and top of the order, Emily Small. So George, Kunkel, Small to start off things this inning. It'll be the 8-9-1 batters for the Blackhawks. Senior Emily Kellen still doing the pitching for the Jays. Kellen's first pitch on the way to George is going to be swinging a miss, strike 1. The 0-1 offering on the way from Kellen to George. That's going to be fouled left side, out of play, strike 2. So Kellen's 0-2 offering on the way to George. Be a swing and strike 3, and that'll be a strikeout for Gehlen to get things started at this bottom of the 4th inning. So Blackhawks have 1 on, nobody out. And the batter's going to be Kiana Kunkel. She walked her last time up. That's going to be the 6th strikeout on the night for Gehlen. First pitch on the way to Kunkel is going to be high, ball 1. Gehlen's 1-0 pitch on the way is going to be taken for a strike. Even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. One offering on the way from Gehlen to Kunkel. Kunkel squares the bunt, pulls back, takes a strike. That's going to be a 1-2 count now on Kunkel. Number 9 batter for the Blackhawks. On deck will be Emily Small. 1-2 offering on the way. It's going to be low, ball 2. And if you hear what sounds like a dog pound, that's the Blackhawk dugout going crazy every time a ball is thrown in the dirt. There are no dogs at the ballpark as far as I know. Kunkel's going to follow that 2-2 pitch out of play. It'll remain 2 balls, 2 strikes. So we'll do it again. Gehlen's 2-2 offering on the way. It'll be low, ball 3. It bounces up and gets the umpire. They always appreciate that. And that'll make the count full at 3 balls, 2 strikes. So Kunkel digs back in. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch is on the way from Gehlen. That's going to be a line drive left field caught. Good hit by Kunkel there, but it was right to the left fielder. She didn't have to move, so that'll be 2 outs, nobody on. Bring up Emily Small, 0 for 2 this evening with a couple of strikeouts. Gehlen's offering to Small is on the way. That's going to be a line drive right side, caught by the right fielder. And that'll do it for the Blackhawks. They go in order. And at the end of 4 innings, it's 3-2 in favor of the Blackhawks. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawks softball. We'll be back for the top of the 5th after a message from one of our sponsors. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawks softball.
We believe in service. That means providing no limits internet to more than 20 counties in Northwest Iowa. For more than 30 years, EverTech employees and their families live in the communities we serve. We're your neighbors and friends, and EverTech has been there when others haven't, and we continue to invest, build, and upgrade our network. We understand that rural Iowans deserve great internet too. It's who we are. EverTech is internet made easy. No contracts, no hidden fees, and best of all, no limits. EverTech.
Welcome back to Hinton, Iowa. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawk varsity softball. Emily Small finishing her warm-ups here in the top of the 5th inning. We'll get underway. Leading off for the Jays is going to be Emily Gehlen, followed by Nevaeh Hodson and Larissa Poland. It'll be the 3-4-5 hitters for the Jays. Small's been able to keep them off the scoreboard for a couple innings in a row here, after they were able to tally 1 in each of the first 2 innings. So 3-2 Blackhawks here. Get everything cleaned up and underway here. So Emily Gehlen comes up with a fly out to center and a strikeout so far this evening. The senior pitcher came in batting .441. So Blackhawks would love to keep her bat cold. And the first pitch from Small to Gehlen is going to be on the way. It'll be a pop-up right side. Kennedy Spees calls for it and makes the catch for out number 1. So that'll bring up Nevaeh Hodson. The freshman third baseman has reached on an error and had an infield single. She's been on base twice tonight so far. Small's first pitch on the way to her. A little bit low, ball 1. Small's pitch to Hodson. High, ball 2. Hodson's the cleanup batter for the Jays. On deck is Larissa Poland, another freshman. 2-0 pitch from Small to Hodson's going to be fouled back, strike one. Small's 2-1 offering on the way to Hodson. Gonna be in the dirt, ball 3. So Nevaeh Hodson finds herself ahead, 3 balls, 1 strike. As Small gets the sign, the 3-1 delivery is on the way. There's going to be a line drive left side in the gap. That'll get down. Kaspbauer misses the cutoff, and Hodson's going to round first and head it with second safely with a double. So Nevaeh Hodson gets a double, 1 out here for the Jays. The runner at second with 1 out. And now I think there's going to be a runner for Hodson. Looks like that's number 14, Addie Kahns. Will be do the running for Hodson. So I'm sure the Jays are trying to upgrade their speed there with the tying run at second base and 1 out. That's going to bring up number 15, Larissa Poland, the freshman shortstop. Has singled tonight and laid down a sac bunt so far. So she's 1 for 1 officially. Small's first pitch on the way to Poland. It's going to be high, ball 1. Small's 1-0 offering is going to be low outside, ball 2. Oh. Throw on the third is unable to get the runner Kahns. So now the Jays have a runner at third, 1 out. Close play down there. Small's 2-0 pitch on the way. It's going to be fly ball left side. Sydney George calls for it, makes the catch, and the throw home is not going to be in time. And it's going to be a tie ball game as the sacrifice fly from Larissa Poland drives in the pinch runner Kahns, and we're going to tie it up at three apiece here in the top of the 5th inning. The bases will be empty now. 2 outs for the Jays. And now pinch hitting for the Jays is going to be number 11, Haley Lubin, an 8th grader. No average on the year. She's going to be batting for Kenzie Owish. So Haley Lubin. Pinch hitting here for the Jays. 2 out, nobody on. We have a short delay here while the umpire writes down the substitution. Reminder, join us Friday night. We'll have coverage from Hull Western Christian as the Blackhawks take the road for this regular season finale. Tomorrow night, they are on the road at Sheldon. We will not have coverage for you here on Fuller Digital Solutions, but we'll be back Friday night from Hull. Smalls, first delivery on the way. Be a little bit high, ball 1. So the pinch hitter, Haley Lubin, had 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs, nobody on. Smalls pitch is on the way. It's going to be a line drive right side. That's going to be a single. And that'll bring up number 9, Jaden Bartle, the sophomore catcher. Has walked and grounded out the short so far this evening. 2 outs, runner at first. Lubin, who just singled. And now he's going to re-enter the Kenzie Olish to run the bases for Lubin. So Lubin gets on with the single. But now Kenzie Alish really enters, so it'll be Alish at first base with 2 outs. For the Jays, the batter's going to be Jaden Bartle. And the sophomore catcher's ready to go. Emily Small's first pitch to Bartle. It'll be a called low, ball 1. So Alice is able to swipe second base, and the Jays have a runner at second with 2 outs. And a 1-0 count on Jaden Bartle. Small's 1-0 pitch is going to be taken for a strike. Count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, runner at second for the Jays. The 1-1 pitch is on the way. Going to be strike 2 called at the knees. 1 ball, 2 strike count now. Small's ahead. Has a little room to play with to see if she can get her to chase something. So now the 1-2 offering on the way from Small to Bartle. That's going to be fouled left side, out of play. So we'll redo the 1-2 pitch again. Small's 1-2 offering is on the way to Bartle. This will be a little bit outside, ball 2. One 2-2 pitches on the way. It's going to be high, ball 3. That'll make the count full at 3 balls, 2 strikes. The runner at second, 2 outs here. Top of the 5th inning. Jays have 1 run home already. Small's pitch on the way is going to be soft liner picked up by Aubrey Lake. Throw across the diamond in time to get the out. That was a heck of a play there, and that'll do it for the Jays in the top of the 5th inning. But they do pick up a run on 1 hit, and after 4.5 innings, it's 3-3. We'll be right back. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawks softball.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies ask, what's your salary? At Northwestern Mutual, we ask, what's your story? We know building the right financial plan means looking at more than money. That's why we start by asking the right questions, listening to what matters most to you, then guiding you every step of the way to help you live the life you want now and years from now. Plan your financial story with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Rick Diener today. Visit rickdiener.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
And welcome back to Hinton, Iowa. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawks softball. Heading to the bottom of the 5th inning here for the Blackhawks. Due up to be Claire Kaspauer, Bella Badar, and Jaden Case. If anybody can reach base, Madison Gooseman would bat. Tied at 3 here, going to the bottom of the 5th. Jays got a run in the first, run in the second, and just got a run in the top of the 5th inning. The Blackhawks got 1 run in the bottom of the second and 2 in the bottom of the 3rd for their 3 runs. I have the hits at 5 for the Jays, 4 for the Blackhawks. Of course, that's unofficial. So as everybody's done with their warm-ups here, we're kind of waiting for everybody to get back into their spots. So leading off will be number 10, Claire Kasselbauer. Senior center fielder, was hit by a pitcher last time up and struck out her first time. She's officially 0 for 1 this evening. First pitch on the way from Gehlen is going to hit her again, almost identical spot. If you had an instant replay from a couple innings ago, you would see exactly the same thing as it hit her right above the knee and the thigh. So Kasbauer's going to be a little bit sore tomorrow, but she'll take that as she's on base now for Bella Badar. Badar 0 for 2 this evening. Kellen's first pitch on the way to Badar. Badar squares the bunt, takes a ball down low. And Kasbauer steals second base. So 1-0 count on Badar with Kasbauer standing at second base. Kellen's 1-0 offering. It's going to be inside and hit Bella Badar on the shoulder. That'll put runners at first and second. So we have a timeout by the Jays here as Gehlen's hit the first 2 batters of the evening. This inning, sorry, bottom of the 5th for Blackhawks. 2 on, nobody out. Batter's going to be Jaden Case, followed by Madison Gooseman and Aubrey Lake. Blackhawks would like to regain the lead here if they could. So the meeting on the mound is over. The runners will go back to their bases here, and we'll be back underway here. So Kassenbauer stands at second base, hit by a pitch. Bella Badar at first base, hit by a pitch. And that's going to bring up Jaden Case. Jaden had a RBI triple last time up. Gehlen's first pitch on the way. Going to be a changeup taken for a strike. Oh, 1 pitch from Gehlen to Case. Case squares the bunt. Pulls back. Has him ball in the dirt. And both runners are going to move up. As that changeup in the dirt got away from the catcher a little bit. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Gehlen's 1-1 pitch is on the way to Case. That's going to be driven right side again. Right fielder's going to make the catch, but that'll allow Claire Kassenbauer to tag up and drive the run home. So Blackhawks have a runner at third, and they take the lead on Case's RBI sac fly to right. Just missed a home run there. That was a pretty deep ball. But it'll be a sac fly, and the Blackhawks will lead 4-3. Gehlen's pitch now to Madison Gooseman is going to be fouled straight back. Strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch from Gehlen to Gooseman. That's going to be a ground ball that gets through the infield. Second baseman unable to come up with that, and that'll be an infield single for Gooseman. And that'll drive home another Blackhawk run. The Blackhawks lead 5-3 with Gooseman at first base now. That'll bring up Aubrey Lake, 0 for 2 this evening. Gehlen's first pitch to Lake. Lake squares the bunt, bunts it foul. There's a changeup. She was unable to get the bunt down. 1 out, Gooseman at first base for the Blackhawks. 0-1 count on Aubrey Lake. That bunt's going to get down just inside the line. The throw is going to be up the line in time. That'll move Gooseman to second base with 2 outs now. So Madison Gooseman stands at second base after the sac bunt by Lake. And it'll bring up Sarah Shanerock. Singled the first time up the bat and grounded out the pitcher her last time with the bat. 1 for 2 this evening. Gehlen's first offering on the way to Shanerock. It's going to be right down the pipe for a strike. Oh, 1 pitch from Gehlen to Shanerock. It's going to be a changeup, fouled off left side, out of the reach of the third baseman who gave chase. I believe that's Hodgson playing third base over there for the Jays. So Shanerock down the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Pitch from Gehlen, 0-2 on the way. That's going to be driven right side, foul and out of play. So still 0-2 count, 2 outs, runner at second, Madison Gooseman. And Mr. Jingles, the ground squirrel that makes his home here at the Blackhawk softball field, made an appearance there. That's what the delay is about, but he's went back to his home for the evening, so Shanerock digs back in. The 0-2 count from Gehlen to Shanerock. It's going to be high, fouled back, just out of the reach. And now Mr. Jingles runs over and says hi to me. He's back on the field again, and all the players are distracted by that, so we got a ground squirrel that's checking things out. We got a little delay. Umpire gives him a chase. He's not deterred. That's a tough ground squirrel. He wants a piece of everybody. So Kellen's 0-2 pitch on the way again to Shanrock. That's going to be way high. Ball 1. Now the 1-2 pitch from Gehlen to Shanrock. It's going to be in the dirt. He's going to get away from the catcher, and Gooseman's going to slide up to third. And it'll even the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. So now Blackhawks have a runner at third with 2 outs. 2-2 count on Shanrock. The offering from Gehlen is on the way. It's going to be a foul ball. So Sarah's able to stay alive there, fouling off that 2-2 pitch. So the 2-2 pitch on the way from Gehlen to Shanrock. It's going to be a ground ball right side. The pitcher, Kellen's up with it, flips over to first base, and that'll do it. But the Blackhawks are able to get a couple runs after a couple hit batters and a base hit and a sac fly. And after 5 innings, the Blackhawks lead 5-3. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawks softball. We'll be right back with this after this message from one of our sponsors.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies ask, what's your salary? At Northwestern Mutual, we ask, what's your story? We know building the right financial plan means looking at more than money. That's why we start by asking the right questions, listening to what matters most to you, then guiding you every step of the way to help you live the life you want now and years from now. Plan your financial story with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Rick Diener today. Visit rickdiener.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Welcome back to Hinton, Iowa. As we're getting ready for the top of the 6th inning, we got a pitching change for the Blackhawks. Number 9, Bella Badar, is going to move from shortstop to pitching mound. She's done some limited action of varsity pitching this season. That 5.2 innings pitched, a .296 batting average against. She has an ERA of 3.71. She has no walks, 5 strikeouts so far this season. And with that, also we're going to have a change. Madison Gooseman is going to go to catcher for the Blackhawks, and taking over at shortstop is going to be Kayana Kunkel. She moves from catcher to shortstop. So that's some defensive change. Emily Small is going to go to right field. That's the changes for the Blackhawks. So Bella Badar is going to deal with the 8-9 one-hitters. For the Jays, it'll be Cora Yaki, Lillian Harpenaugh, and Tiffany Waterhoff. So leading things off will be number 13, Cora Yaki, sophomore first baseman. 0 for 2 this evening with a couple of strikeouts. And the Jays are trying to get all the changes for the Blackhawks, but the only change that really matters is any batting order changes, and there wasn't any. So nothing changes with the order. It really doesn't matter where people are playing on defense, but they're going to get it all sorted out, and we'll be underway as soon as we can. Again, the expected pitching matchup tonight was Riley Schneff for the Jays, a good junior pitcher for them, and Jaden Case for the Blackhawks, but both pitchers are dealing with some things right now and getting ready for the postseason. So Emily Kellen started for the Jays, and Emily Small started for the Blackhawks. And now Small's going to give way to Bella Badar here in the top of the 6th inning. Still dealing with the substitution changes, so that's what the holdup is here. Be underway when we can. Reminder to join us Friday night from Whole Western Christian for the regular season finale. Right here on Fuller Digital Solutions, we'll have live play-by-play of the varsity game. We'll have stream of the JV game approximately 5:30, and varsity game to follow. Now we're ready to go. So number 13, Koriyaki, the sophomore first baseman, 0 for 2 this evening. He's going to dig in, and Bella Badar's first pitch of the evening is on the way. That's going to be a ground ball right side. Kenny Spees is up with it across to Sarah Shanerock, playing first base now for the Blackhawks. And 1 pitch, 1 out for the Blackhawks in the top of the 6th. That's going to bring up the number 9 hitter, Lillian Harpenaugh, the senior right fielder, is 1 for 2 this evening. Badar's first pitch is going to be taken for a strike. Badar's 0-1 pitch is going to be a little bit higher, ball 1. One pitch on the way from Badar. Going to be a changeup taken for a strike. The count's going to move to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Badar's 1-2 pitch is going to be popped up on the infield. Called for by Canna Kunkel, and she makes the catch. That'll be 2 outs, nobody on for the Jays in the top of the 6th inning here. And that'll be moved to the top of the order, Tiffany Waterhoff. I have her 3 for 3 this evening. The last one was maybe an error, but either way, she's been on base all 3 times, so Blackhawks would like to keep her off the diamond if we can. First pitch from Badar to Waterhoff. Up high, ball 1. 1-0 pitch on the way is going to be fouled left side in the air. Aubrey Lake's able to make that catch in foul territory, and that's going to do it for the Jays. So they retire Waterhoff for the first time this evening. And with that, it'll do it for the Jays in top of the 6th. No runs, no hits, nobody left. And after 5.5, it's 5-3 in favor of Hinton. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawks softball. We're right back after a message from one of our sponsors.
Fuller Digital Solutions is proud to provide this video streaming coverage, and we hope you are enjoying the broadcast. Chances are, many others are enjoying it right along with you. If you have a business, you could be delivering your message just like I am to you this very minute. Please contact us for sponsorship opportunities by emailing fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com. Again, that's fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com. Thank you for joining our broadcast.
Hello, welcome back to Hinton, Iowa. We're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawks softball. Varsity action as Gehlen Catholic Jays are taking on Hinton Blackhawks in a key Wargill Conference matchup. If the Blackhawks can hold on and win this, they'll be second place in the conference. If they lose, they'll be tied with the Jays and a couple other teams, and we'll have to see what happens as some of the teams have a game left in the season. Leading off for the Blackhawks is going to be Sydney George. The senior left fielder is 1 for 2 this evening. It'll be George Kunkel and Small this inning for the Blackhawks. She's going to take ball 1 upstairs. One will pitch on the way from Kellen to George. Going to be ball 2. So Kellen falls behind 2-0 on the leadoff hitter for the Blackhawks this inning, Sydney George. George swings and misses at another pitch that was maybe out of the strike zone. I'll make it 2 balls, 1 strike. George Kunkel smallest, and anybody can reach base, Casper Bauer. And that ball is going to be driven off the second baseman, but she's able to regain it and throw to first in time. And Sydney George is going to be retired for the Blackhawks. Hard hit ball, but it was right at second base, so she had plenty of time to regather it and throw her out at first. That's going to bring up Canna Kunkel. She walked and flew out to left field. Lined out to left field is a better description. That was a hard hit ball. Kellen's offering on the way to Kunkel. Going to be high, ball 1. Canna only stands probably about 5 foot tall, and she ducked down a little bit on that pitch, so made it look even worse than it was. It was high anyway, but she ducked down and made it look a little worse. The 1-0 pitch on the way. That's going to be a strike at the knees. Even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. One offering on the way from Kellen to Kunkel. Bunt by Kunkel is going to be to third base. Third base falls down, but is able to make a throw from her knees and throw out Kunkel. That's pretty impressive. Kunkel has pretty good speed, even though she normally plays catcher. Third baseman threw her out while she was kneeling on the ground after she dove for that ball. So nice play by Hodgson there, the third baseman for the Jays. So with 2 outs, nobody on. That's going to bring atop the order Emily Small. Kellen's pitch on the way to Small. Going to be high, ball 1. One 0 pitch on the way. It's going to be low, ball 2. And you hear the dog pound firing up for the Blackhawks over in the distance. Once again, I assure you there is no dogs here at the ballpark. Just a bunch of excited girls here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That ball is going to be a ground ball left side. Shortstop's up with it across the diamond in time. And that'll do it for the Blackhawks. So Blackhawks get no runs, no errors, nobody left. And at the end of 6, the Blackhawks lead 5-3. We'll be back for the 7th inning after this message from one of our sponsors. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawks softball.
Your local Polaris expert is Taggart's Power Sports in Hinton. New, pre-owned, and accessories. And you can shop conveniently online too at TaggartPowersports.com. Taggart's Power Sports offers a full line of Polaris Ranger UTVs, Polaris ATVs, the all-new Sportsman's Ace, Polaris snowmobiles. Whatever comes your way, whether it's wind, rain, snow, or mud, make sure you're prepared. Polaris ATVs and Rangers from Polaris. Find them today at Taggart's Power Sports, Hinton.
Welcome back to the top of the 7th here. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawks softball. Blackhawks up 5-3, top of the 7th here. If they can hold them without scoring or scoring 1 or less, Blackhawks will win. But that's going to be a tough task as the Jays have their 2, 3, 4 hitters due up. Leading off number 2, Alyssa Kolbeck, the junior left fielder tonight, has flew out twice and grounded out to shortstop so far. This will be her first at bat facing Bella Badar. Actually, she's 0 for 2 because she had a pinch hitter last time who grounded out shortstop. So Alyssa Kolbeck's officially 0 for 2. Bella Badar on the mound doing the pitching duties again in this inning. Her first pitch is going to be popped up on the infield. Bella calls for and makes the catch. And we have 1 out here in the top of the 7th. That's going to bring up the senior Emily Gehlen. She flew out to center field, struck out, and flew out to second base so far this evening. Badar's first pitch on the way to Gehlen. Going to be a low ball in the dirt. Ball 1. One 0 pitch on the way from Badar to Gehlen. It's going to be a fly ball right center. That's going to get down in the gap off the fence. Kassenbauer picks it up, throws it in, and Gehlen will stop at second base with a double. So Gehlen with the ringing double. Put a runner at second base with 1 out. That'll bring up Nevaeh Hodgson. Hodgson's been on base all 3 times this evening. Infield single, reached on an error, and a double last time up to bat. So Badar's first pitch on the way to Hodgson. It's going to be a ground ball left side. That's going to be in the ground. Kunkel's throw from shortstop gets away from the first baseman. That'll allow Gehlen to score. It's 5-4. And the Jays have a runner at first in Hodgson, who has now reached base all 4 times, but that was also an error. So now it'll be 1 out. Runner at first is Hodgson, who's already been removed once. They're move her again. She's out of the game. It looks like number 14, Addie Kantz, is going to pinch run for the third baseman, Nevaeh Hodgson. So Hodgson's done for this evening. That's her second time she's came out. But the Jays know they need a little speed on the bases as they try to tie this game up or take the lead. 1 out, top of the 7th inning. 5-4 in favor of Hinton. Got a baseball out in left fielder. That's what the last delay was about. Digging in will be Larissa Poland. She's 1 for 3 this evening. First pitch is a little bit low, ball 1. One 0 pitch from Badar to Poland. Gonna be a fly ball right side in the gap. Claire Gaspar picks it up, throws the ball in, and it'll keep him to a single as the Jays have runners at first and second now with one out. And that'll be number 4, Kenzie Alish. Badar's first pitch to Alish is a little high, ball 1. Badar's 1-0 pitch on the way to Alish is going to be a ground ball foul. Even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch on the way from Badar to Alish. It's going to be a little bit low, ball 2. Two-one pitch on the way is going to be pop foul off the left side. Be strike 2. They'll even the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kenzie Alish up the bat. Jaden Bartle in the hole on deck for the Jays. Badar's 2-2 pitch on the way, a little bit high. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. The offering from Badar on the way. It's going to be a pop fly in the infield. That'll be 2 outs. As it was ruled a fair ball dropped by Sarah Shanerock, but infield fly was called, so it'll be 2 outs. So the infield fly rule is going to have 2 outs. They'll have runners at second and third. The batter's going to be Jaden Bartle. That's going to be a ground ball on the Badar, flips it to Madison Gooseman, and they're going to get the out at home as the pinch runner, Addie Kantz, tries to score, and that's going to do it. The Blackhawks are going to win. That'll be your final tonight from Hinton, 5-4. So Blackhawks pick up the win. We'll be right back after this message to wrap things up. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawks softball.
Fuller Digital Solutions is proud to provide this video streaming coverage, and we hope you are enjoying the broadcast. Chances are, many others are enjoying it right along with you. If you have a business, you could be delivering your message just like I am to you this very minute. Please contact us for sponsorship opportunities by emailing fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com. Again, that's fullerdigitalsolutions@gmail.com. Thank you for joining our broadcast.
So welcome back to Hinton, Iowa, as the Blackhawks are able to defeat the Gehlen Catholic Jays 5-4. That's going to move Hinton into sole possession of second place for the Wargo Conference. They'll finish there for the season as their Wargo Conference play is done, as they have a record of 8-2 in conference play. Overall, they're going to move to 13-10 on the season. And it's a big win for the Blackhawks as they're playing short a few players, as they're moving some lineup around a little bit here late in the season, as some players are dealing with some injuries, as all teams probably are at this point. So that's going to do it tonight from Hinton. The Blackhawks pick up the big win 5-4. We'll be back Friday night from Hull, Iowa, as the Blackhawks take on the road to take on the Hull Western Christian Wolfpack. You're watching Fuller Digital Solutions coverage of Hinton Blackhawks softball. We'll see you Friday night from Hull.